Start the convo. We back. I had a little intermission. I want to thank my guest, DDP, the comedian. We had a good little interview earlier. Where everybody at? This is just us right here. This is something.
Okay, let me see. You might have to send it to me and I can edit it for you, okay, John, if you have problems. Because we are recording.
No, we good. I'm just about to hit record on this end. It's for the audio. And
cool.
Welcome back to the Spark the Convo podcast. We had a little quick intermission. I want to thank our guest earlier, DDP, the comedian. We had a little good interview, good talk about the state of comedy right now. And I got some guests back with me that I had last week. Let's get reintroduced to everybody.
Okay. You see, I'm shocked like I'm like, hey, John.
What you shocked for, Veronica?
As I didn't know we was rocking out like this. I thought it was gonna be one of those.
I'm rocking out. I hate the way my camera is because it make me look like I'm looking at something else. I'm trying to have all y'all in the screen. So,
Okay.
Trying to stare at my thing up. All right.
I totally thought the comedian was gonna be on here tonight.
Oh, your boy didn't want to come in here because his boy, what Hank at?
We didn't know. I didn't know you wanted me. You wanted to. I'm thinking you was gonna be just needing a link so you can do the comedian sister and shit. I didn't. It was just a miscommunication.
She didn't want to be seen like that, but it's all good. But how about your boy Hank, man? Kanye acting crazy again, talking about Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just took them to another slave on another bar.
Oh.
What y'all think about Kanye? See, remember we was talking about Kanye last time, got in a big old little debate about Kanye. But today is just basically own up to it. You know, we about to just go off the top. We had a bunch of hoopla this week with the NickCannon debacle and his interview that he did on his platform on YouTube with ProfessorGriff, him calling all white people and Jewish people animals and savages. Yeah, what y'all think about that? And they took everything from Nick. Took everything, stripped him down. He wasn't trying to apologize. All they wanted him to do was apologize. They took everything. Wilding out. He was down to his last. Oprah Winfrey offered him $10 million to bring Wildin' Out to OWN. Diddy offered him a job at Revolt. And we wake up the next day. I'm just giving a rundown of it. We wake up the next day. NickCannon has apologized. He doesn't sit with the rabbis. Now he's ready to take classes to learn about the Jews. And like TYE told me earlier, he denounced what was he saying wasn't true. Now I said he could have said it a different way to where we wouldn't have got all this hoopla. But I think calling them animal and savages is where he went wrong, even though I feel like it's true. What y'all think?
I'm gonna ask you.
I know it's true.
TYE?
It ain't no opinion. I mean, history proves that it's true. Even their own scholars know it's true. So, I mean, my thing with Nick is, you know, I just empathize with Nick. You know, I try to put myself in his shoes. I mean, I don't have as much to lose as Nick, okay, first and foremost. And Nick got to eat like everybody else. Like I said before.
He eat a little different than everybody else. Our
people, you know, the people that put themselves on the front line for quote unquote the struggle, you know, in most cases when they do put their neck out there, we abandon them. So I guess Nick did what he felt he had to do in order to, you know, save himself from the quicksand, so to speak. You know.
Wow.
What you think, Veronica?
Hey, I couldn't agree more with T. Wells. A very, very compassionate, opinion, because if you think about it, when our people do put their neck on the line for people, they don't get no support. You know what I'm saying? They just don't get the support that they need. So NickCannon do eat a little different from everybody else. So his actions will be a little different from everybody else. So I mean, I don't, whatever it is he did, I don't watch Wildin' Out, but I do understand, the controversy about the whole he sold out and all that stuff. I get that, but like she said,
What
Nick
you
had
mean?
to get to do
What
it.
you mean he sold out?
I mean, like for when
That's
if he
sellout
sat
word.
down,
Let's
if he
let's
sat down, I
define
think
what
he sat down.
sellout. What's a sellout?
Huh?
People need to define. We need to define what is a sellout.
You're gonna have me define what a sellout is
We
because
got
I
to.
ain't gonna
We
lie to
got
you.
because it's like snitching. Being called a sellout to me is like being called a snitch. You gotta be ready for any consequence when you call another man. Them two words right there, like he a sellout or a snitch. It deals with pride. So we have to define what a sellout is, and let's see, does NickCannon fit that resume?
Whoa, that's cold. Cause my whole thing with sellout is like it's a little different, and I'm thinking, and I'm gonna define sellout from other people's. I see perspective and my perspective. I see other people when people kind of start doing good for themselves, or what we so call is good for the American whatever dream or whatever. Like if they live an American dream and somebody is not, then other people call them a sellout. And I'm giving like a little example. Let's just say I take myself for instance, right? So like I'm living right here like everybody else, average like everybody else, but I work my freaking butt off to get to a certain place in this society, and I kind of like move to the suburbs, something like that. So it's like, stop, come on. Sometimes somebody deem me as a sellout because I abandoned the struggle of living, like really living in crazy conditions. I might have abandoned the struggle. Some people might define that as a sellout. And let me see, because I had a talk with somebody about this, about sellouts. And sometimes I say, like, if that's defined, if I'm a sellout for wanting better for myself, then I guess I sold the heck out of the crummy way of living like everybody else. You get what I'm saying? Did that make sense?
Everybody.
And that's my perspective. I mean, that's just me.
Well, because I look at it as a sellout is just somebody who basically doesn't have their own people's back. They're put themselves in a position.
1 second, I'm sorry. Go ahead, keep talking. I can hear you.
You good? You got to let the dog.
He want his attention.
We dealing with the pandemic, so this is the way we're gonna do our live on my podcast. Like when I want to put it on YouTube, you guys want to know what everybody look like. I'm JonTre. See me with the face.
Probably can't see. Got a little ambiance going on.
In the dark. She want to be discreet. That's Veronica. They would be normal people on my podcast, like co-hosting with me, their sponsorship with me, partners in business with me. Veronica left and just left us like that with the dog and everything. Look at her.
Well, I really think that's real. That's what it is with me though, with Nick, and anybody else in Nick.
Yeah, he's not a sellout.
I'm not saying he's no sellout. That's far fetched. You have to first exercise empathy. Put yourself in his position, and it would be easy to make a decision like that if you knew you had some reinforcement, which history proves that we never, ever step up and support those who put their neck on the chop block for us. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you real quick, like I did earlier. So I look at it like with Nick, I agree with you. He's not a sellout. I don't think he's a sellout. I didn't see him do too much work. I didn't see him put too many brothers and sisters on for him to be called a sellout. I feel like he wasn't prepared for consequences. He gathered the information, but he didn't know the importance of having that information and how to deliver that information, which made me think, like how we were talking about earlier off record, and I'm gonna just bring it on record if that's cool. We was just basically saying that he was showing out, like to let Griff know that he knew his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was feeling himself that he knew Griff was agreeing with him and listening to him, but so he just went there with the other words and stuff, the wordplay. He could have used better words because he know that he's under a Jewish establishment. He could have used better words, but he kept it raw. But if you're going to keep it raw, you have to be prepared for the consequences and you have to stand on your square. And what I don't agree with, he's not a sellout. I don't agree with him, like you said, making like what he said was wrong, that he has to go get re-educated because he had to sit down with the rabbis. Like,
right.
It's the be on all, that's it. Nah, man, stand on your square, challenge.
Exactly.
Challenge them.
That was the only thing with me. That was my thing when he, you know, you said you send your apology, you post your apology, and then you go, you know, tucking up under the rabbi. Like, come on, man, what is that? You know, but hey, I guess he, like I said again, none of us know, you know, per se directly what's going on with Nick. We don't know his circumstance completely. We only hearing bits and pieces, and you know, the media can make anybody think what they want them to think. You know, they control the flow of information. So it's like, you know, my heart goes out to the brother, but at the same time, you know, you got to stand for something. You know what I mean? How long you gonna keep playing this game? How long you gonna keep letting them yo-yo play you like a yo-yo, tossing you out and snatching you back in?
Because we also learned that, you know, him being an entrepreneur and him being a creator, he also learned that even the things that he created and placed on them platforms, he no longer has ownership over them things he created.
Did he get his job back?
So Oprah offered him to bring Wildin' Out to OWN because the people in employed. He's employed a lot of people. A lot of people was employed by NickCannon. So by him being stripped of all them things, then people lost jobs. So I get it on the other end of Nick wanting to apologize because now he realized what his actions affected everybody that's in his circle. And that's a lot of bear. So he wakes up and apologizes. He has to take classes to learn about the Jewish culture or whatever. And next day he's been called sellouts and all these things by his own community.
Now I think it's like what you said.
But he's claiming he's suicidal now.
He's what?
He's claiming he wants to commit suicide.
Tell me this, who called him a sellout? Like, what is this sellout stuff?
I mean, it's probably just social media, the pressure of Black Twitter. We're going to say Black Twitter did it.
And we can be the most cruel to our own.
Because, I mean, go ahead, Queen, because I got to
Go ahead, B.
Now, when you come to this term sellout, I know I use it kind of loosely, but I don't believe like anybody can be a sellout if they want to do something different. I don't care what color you is, because you can't be addicted to anything or pledge allegiance to anything that's no longer suiting you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
You got the right to step out and move on and do what you need to do for yourself. You don't have the right to be held back hostage to a condition that you can improve upon. That don't make no sense. That don't make you a sellout.
So my example,
sellout is something crazy.
My example of sellouts. Who can we give in the past that was a sellout so people will actually have an image in their head?
I don't even know because the definition got so distorted.
See,
I can't even define no sellout. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You say you can't?
I mean, I don't see anybody as a sellout. The definitions got so distorted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the word sellout. Let's look it up right quick. Anybody got a dictionary?
Nah, I have no dictionary.
What is who was the name of the opposite character in Uncle Tom's Cabin? Because Uncle Tom really wasn't the sellout. Sambo was the sellout. Okay.
So the definition to me, that's an example of a sellout. So I seen, this is what Kanye said. Kanye said, Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just took them to another slave owner. A sellout.
He said, wait. What'd he say?
Wow. Kanye, wow.
What did he say?
He said Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She basically just took them to another slave owner.
You know what? Kanye consciousness is on a whole nother level. I don't think nobody can understand. If you
I overstand. Listen. Let's let everybody know. Where you at right now, Veronica?
I'm in Chicago.
All right, where you at, T.Y.?
I'm in LA, baby.
and I'm in Charlotte. So Veronica says Kanye's, what he says is on another level. His conscious.
It's on a whole other level. Because that was deep what he said.
In a sense, it is, but it isn't.
What you mean?
Because in the same sense, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, you're destroying what the queen did, though.
That's what I'm saying. He just basically just chopped her little legacy up in that one good phrase.
Wow.
You have to.
I get what y'all saying.
You have to see it all in full circle. The ones that's really aware, I get what he's saying.
Okay.
But like NickCannon calling them animals and savages, he could have found another word to code it that way, you know what I'm saying? Where we all understood that's what it meant. What he did was tear down what the queen did.
Right.
I could never tear down a queen that'd be free. She went and seen the land herself and say, F that. Fuck that. I'm gonna go back and go get some more.
Right.
Sacrificed her life plenty times. She didn't do it just one time or two times.
Right.
Plenty times. So no, Kanye, he wrong.
Yeah, he wrong for that.
He's wrong just because.
Yeah, I guess when y'all say it like that, I'm like, yeah, I can see why you say destroy her legacy, because she was much more than just taking people from one plantation to another. Was what he was trying to say. What he was.
The perception was the North was freedom. The North was where you could be free and work for money.
Right.
They knew they would have to work. See, that's what Kanye failed to realize. It wasn't that we didn't want to work. We knew we was up under their spell because this is their country. We knew all of that. But one side was not whipping our ass. And the other side was whipping our ass.
And can I say something to this while we on the subject? I just thought about something. When we think about what Kanye said was, and to me, when I heard that, I'm like, okay, he's talking about going from one plantation to the next plantation, and you're still not economically free.
Facts. I get it.
We was more concerned about then our ancestors were being treated differently, like morally, right?
Right.
We wasn't thinking about economic freedom. We were just thinking about moral freedom because we didn't understand economic freedom. You get me? Right. Now Kanye is looking at this thing like, okay, it's like, I get the man is all about numbers. He's got a lot of money, so he's looking at it like, damn, they still come from one plantation to another one and they're not economically free. So I'm thinking that's the kind of concept he said when he's talking about Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman freed the people for being, immorally wrong. Let's get the hell out of here,
Right.
But you have to be careful when speaking on the ancestors, man.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you because your ancestors.
Especially when our people are still lost out there. You can't just, when you have like Nick, like this is why the Jewish is scolding him because he has a big platform. He has a following. Oh, so you trying to lead your people to think this about us. Even though I know it's true, I just felt like learning from what happened to ProfessorGriff, he would have used better words, you know what I'm saying, as far as to where everybody still got what he meant, but he didn't have to use the exact terminology of animal and savage. We didn't like it when they called us animals and savages, so you have to, on that end, he could have apologized just for that 2 words, but everything else is true. He could have apologized about that.
But do you guys kind of see a pattern with this? I'm going to use Kanye, the event when he said this, made the statement about Harriet Tubman. I mean, in my own experience, I see patterns. It's like they always use, when they want to degrade or tear down a black woman, they use a brother to do it. When they want to tear down a black man, they use a sister to do it. Right. And I said that because recently it took my mind back to Candace, what's her name? Owens. When that stuff happened with what's the brother name?
George Floyd.
Yeah. And she started pointing out he wasn't a good person and all. Well, I mean, what does that matter? Like, same thing with Kanye remark. What does that matter? What does that matter, Kanye, that You know, I understand what he was saying too, but at the same time, that was a sense of urgency to just
be. She still did what she did. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why the men didn't do it? And then they don't want to tell the truth. The men were more cowards than what everybody know. Her husband didn't even want to go.
Sure didn't.
The last name she wear, Tubman, that she made famous. He didn't even want to leave. He was about to snitch on his wife.
He sure was.
Well, on that note, we talk about the Spanish black men that's out here. Even I ain't gonna say black men, but men, period. But anyway, we're gonna get back to that. Can I give you a definition of sellout? I definitely need to go back there.
Let's get it.
Okay, so according to the West, what is it? The let me make sure I get it right. This dictionary, I think it's the Webster Merriam Dictionary. Sellout is the act of or instance of selling out something sold out, especially something such as a concert or contest for which all tickets are sold. One who sells out. Let me give y'all the antonyms for this thing. Backstabbing, betrayal, business disloyalty, double cross, faithlessness, falseness, falsity, infidelity, pedophilia, treachery, treason, two-timing unfaithfulness. So that's crazy. That's not what the thing that I be thinking about when we talk about sellout in our community. Some people say you sold out because you did good for yourself. That's what I'm like. Now that I don't agree with. I'm like, that's called
being a hater.
You feel me?
Nah, that's called you're being a hater.
Yeah.
But let's take the definitions that you read fit. A backstabber, right? Backstab his own people, right?
Mm-hmm.
NickCannon don't fit none of them things afterwards, after we got over the store words of selling out tickets and all of that. Mm-hmm. Once you got into the acronym of the deep word of it,
the details of the word.
NickCannon doesn't fit none of them subjects. So I wouldn't call NickCannon a sellout. I would just say he wasn't prepared for the consequences of telling the truth.
But my thing is this. He, just like you said, John, he obviously was showing out because individuals that do these kinds of works know better. Okay.
Right.
And it's like, it kind of sort of make me feel like he really didn't do the research. He just like some parakeet, like he just repeated something somebody instilled in him. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, oh man, the brother. I just pray for the brother, man.
Because I know Griff. So when Griff, he was basically, people need to, for one thing about our people too, we don't research, we don't read nothing. We don't check behind people.
Go by word of mouth.
Everybody got in the public eye is that one soundbite of NickCannon saying that one thing. But if you see what the conversation was right before that, you will understand why he was using them words and them terminology trying to describe a certain feeling in a certain way a person acts emotionless. He was basically comparing how we have souls, not saying they don't, but the type of spirit and soul we have, we show compassion, regardless if it's black, white, we just show compassion. You know, even to our own oppressors, we'll show compassion. We haven't whipped their ass yet.
Right, that's our nature.
And what he was talking about is when he sees, like how you say the reporters and stuff, when George Floyd get killed, they want to talk about his background, his record, or we have to wait till see what the evidence brings. When you see it for your own eyes, he was saying like they don't have compassion like us. It's like they move soulless, like an animal or something. You know, that's basically what he was saying, and how the resume that they have in history was being savages.
So they say like when a horse is dying, what do? He start kicking, right?
Start bucking.
Trying to kill everything in sight.
He's trying to kill everything around him.
He's going to kill everything around a wounded animal.
Right now.
A wounded animal.
So that's a lot of deep. So we get deep too. Kanye ain't the only one that can do coded language. How he's trying to destroy somebody they wanted to just put on a $20 bill, which I felt was disrespectful too.
I thought that was disrespectful. they hunted her down like a dog and then want to, use her as a symbol of their capitalism.
Man, $1 off of one cotton she picked.
And I had a discussion with a few people I know about that. How you feel about the Harriet Tubman? I don't feel about it. Okay?
About the $20
I think it's disrespectful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same people that hunted her down, like a dog and said all these derogatory things about her. Now they want to use her as a symbol of capitalism. Really?
Yeah, it's like exploitation.
It is. It ain't that's exactly what it is.
Symbol of capitalism. That's deep as heck. A symbol of capitalism. Yeah. That's deep. Dang.
Yeah, because they showing how they can exploit your ancestors even after they death, even after they struggle. I'm gonna do this in your face, and you're gonna agree with it. Yeah. I'm gonna make it where you like it.
Yep.
And you want it. Yeah, I want a $20. No, I don't want my ancestor on no dang money.
Exactly.
That's not about to be worth anything in a minute.
That's what I was just gonna say. And the dollar losing. Look, I was just reading a report this morning. Man was talking about how the dollar is basically finna crash. And I mean, anybody with eyes and paying attention should know that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you don't know by now that the dollar's backed by nothing but a big loan,
nothing.
Then,
but
you in trouble. It's a lot of catching up you got to do. And like Marcus Garvey said, they running the world on a whole bluff. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy, and people seem to be, they don't want the truth because they so in love with the illusion. They make love to the illusion. Like it's, yeah. And people like myself, it's like when you try to enlighten people, bring up different perspectives, is, you scorn for that. You know what I'm saying? They scorn you for that. Oh, he know everything. Or she know everything.
Right. It's just like NickCannon going through it right now because he has so much information, but brother didn't know how to use it. And what I mean by
scientists,
the symbolization of what he could have created right now if he just would have stood fast. Be patient. Let your brother come and rescue you. Don't go back running back groveling. That's what you just did. Is gravel. You graveled at their feet, and I get it. But you got to let sure your people is going to come and help you. Then we would have seen something incredible happen. It's like Kaepernick. Kaepernick sacrificed his career, for a better cause. And he's suffering. You have to go through it. We was cheering for him. We came to his age to where he got $1. He ain't broke. Kaepernick ain't hurting worth a damn. He not hurting. He got his own nonprofit. We talked about the last time what the nonprofit do. He not hurting. So NickCannon should have just stayed fast.
Yeah, he should have. And he conceded too early. He conceded too early. Like, you ain't even give it 20, 30, 48 hours, nigga. Like, damn. I go out to him, but damn.
He folded like a taco so quick. Like hey.
Easter clothes, okay? So
and I'm not disappointed. I appreciate it, but you weren't ready. So now
he stepped into an arena he wasn't ready for.
He got to pass all them projects he was trying to do down. He wanted to do the Dr. Sebi documentary. You're gonna have to pass that down to the next.
Right, you already know that's not finna happen now.
Yeah, not by him.
Yeah.
Not by Nick.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pass that over because it wasn't your movement anyway. It was Nick. It was Nip. It was Nipsey Hussle's movement to do that.
It's gonna be interesting to see what his commentary gonna be like now. I'm interested in seeing.
You gonna have that Steve Harvey face.
See what I'm saying? Oh my God, I didn't want to say it.
Wait. I missed it, y'all. Y'all gotta wait a minute. I missed it, y'all. I was reading something on my thing. 2 kids got shot today. I'm like, what is we living in? Like babies. Like,
where they got? What was it?
They okay, but some idiot shot 2 kids.
I know we had a 14-year-old get shot in the face this week.
Here
in Charlotte.
Before I logged on to here, I don't know what persuasion these people were, but they said 4 men was in Florida on their way to a fishing trip. These men got beat and shot.
Who, black people?
They didn't say. I was jumping on here. I was finna read it, but it was time to log on here. So I'm like, damn. But yeah.
It's a lot of stuff going on. So y'all sisters be careful, stay aware.
Oh, definitely.
And if you could keep that thing with you, you know.
Hey,
you know what?
my big brothers.
Too, a little bit, because I was in a heated discussion earlier. But let's get back to what you were saying, T.Y. And then we're gonna come back to us sisters being careful and being protected. But go back to what you were saying, T.Y.
No, I was just saying it's gonna be interesting from this point on, just to see what Nick's. Who you gonna be now? Who you gonna be? You feel me? Who you gonna be?
You gonna be Steve Harvey or you gonna be
Whoa, y'all is coming hard.
Steve Harvey or Terry Crews? Which coon you about to be?
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, because you could go in there. For all I know, you could go to the classes and challenge the rabbis. We would never know. I would hope that's what you would do, because
maybe, you know what? Let's see how this unfolds. Let's not jump before the gun, because maybe he got some brothers gonna school him on the real stuff so he can challenge what's going on. You never know. We don't know.
But some brothers ain't feeding him, so Nick going back for his meal ticket.
His food.
Some brothers ain't feeding him. Okay?
Hey,
those people were his benefactors.
That's one of the things. As we had this conversation, I'm still thinking about, the way this economy is ran and how so codependent we are upon these people, that we is sitting here having a discussion about fat instead of having a discussion about building. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We could be doing something else about building instead of having a conversation about how the heck this brother trying to eat, and we need to figure out a way that we all can eat.
Right. So we were basically talking about, like, we have people that's still alive that made sacrifices to give us valuable information.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't receive no checks. It's hard for them with health insurance, like how we learned about a lot of our ancestors that passed away. Dr. Ben, Yakinen, he passed away not having no money.
Yes, exactly.
And not being taken care of. So I noticed one thing about my brother Griff. He did the interview with Nick, and I noticed that nobody before Nick would touch him, like would interview him. Vlad TV will, but Vlad, he's an agent. I'm gonna just say he's an agent.
He is. To me, I think so too.
So he's always trying to bring out the worst in us. Like, he wants to know the dirt, the stories of the dirt. Sometimes it might get you incriminated. Our brothers are not smart. But what I mean by Griff is an ancestor. He's not an ancestor, but he is a teacher, an elder that sacrificed a lot in the past that people don't really recognize, that he was in Public Enemy. He was an important piece of.
I love Griff. That's one. Oh my God, Griff.
And the fact that he hasn't received the check.
Exactly.
Control yourself, honey.
I will control myself.
He's a married man now. He's a married man.
I already know he married. I already know. That ain't that type of love I got for that brother. Don't get it twisted, okay?
I got you, sister.
That's one of the brothers that woke me up out of my sleep, okay?
I'm just playing. He did it for me too, so I want to give back to him. He don't know I'm gonna do this. But I'm going to put his cash up in the group. And what I'm going to do is ask for I don't care what you send him. I just want to show our appreciation as a culture for this brother. And if you want to do it, I feel like each month I want to do that. I want to choose ancestors that's still living. We can figure out how to get their cash at. And we just send them something. It don't matter if it's $1. I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you like he tell us. I don't care if it's a food stamp, $1. This is how Griff asks for stuff. He don't ask for. He don't ask for.
Me up, and I'm feeling that too.
So I feel like, why do we have to complain about when they, when I say they, who I'm talking about, when they have somebody that's getting locked up, and they start a GoFundMe page for these people that are their people, right?
Right. Yeah.
Why we, instead of complaining and pointing out what they're doing, why not borrow and do the same thing?
And that's true, because that's the whole thing about, like, from many aspects. Just like they study us, we have to study them. And we might sit around here and be hickering and bickering, but them people methods are effective. You know what I mean? We got to start learning how to utilize these things and make them, those methods, and make them work for us.
Right, since we integrated in, right?
Right.
That's true.
We should learn something.
Yeah,
they done
I'm
showed
really
us
with
their
that, though.
weakness. They done showed us their hand, and don't get it twisted. We're not talking about all of y'all, but they, the ones in power, keeping us down. Yes, they need to be taken down. So this is what we talking about. But for real, you know I love y'all. So I watched a movie this week called Against Us. Drugs as weapons against us, the CIA war against musicians, activists, etc. It's on BET Plus. I'm requesting that everybody, if you don't have BET Plus, go rent it on Amazon. It's a good movie. It is true facts. It is documented facts, government facts. You need to look at it. It's not a conspiracy. It's good information that's being put out there that you need to read, that you need to watch and study and research so you know what you're dealing with. So when you get people like me and these two sisters that want to try to give you the information, you're not looking at us crazy and like we're not coming with facts when the facts is right there. But I just want y'all to check that out. It's basically about the drugs America has. You know, America's the dope man.
Listen, dope, diesel, and dollars.
Gunmen, they got the guns, they got the dope.
Dope, diesel, and dollars, baby.
So it basically was showing you they had an agenda with the dope, who they were targeting with the dope. You know, anybody that rised up after a riot, they would send the dope man in with their party crew, and they would throw parties, raves, acid parties, and they would spike the punch in the party, the Kool-Aid. They said they would fill it up with acid. People wouldn't even know what they were drinking, putting everybody that's around. I'm talking about they purposely hit the Watts riots after the Watts riots, purposely hit Harlem after the Harlem riots, you know. And it talks a lot about the people that's involved.
What's the name of this documentary again?
This called, let me get it right, Drugs as Weapons Against Us, the CIA war on activists, musicians, etc. They tell you how they target Bob Marley. I mean, it's just not black musicians. You know, it was the dude in the Beatles in there that they target.
John Lennon, yep.
All of them, you know, so it just shows you the type of people that's over us in power, the extreme measures they would go to keep you blinded and lost and still on this program of being a worker, waking up every day, going to work, not knowing where your kids at. Kids learning everything from school, so when you come home, you don't know your kids. So now you just want to whip your kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep. That's
you know, we're out of tune with each other because we're running on their program and not the Earth's program.
Yeah, exactly. You got to jump out of the loop.
Yeah.
You know?
Got to jump out the loop. Got to get out the box. Like I say, take the social media diet sometimes.
Real talk, you know, and I do that a lot. You know, I unplug from all this social media stuff, you know, for a week, a month at a time, and just, you know, refresh. I mean, and I'm not on it like that per se, because it's a lot of negative energy you have to, you know, filter through. Yeah. But, you know, for the most part, I'm promoting or trying to disseminate some positive information.
I'm doing.
But,
right.
You know, I think with social media, you really have to know what your purpose is for you.
Yeah, but then you got to do stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
We all do it. We all been trapped with this magic thing called the cell phone. You know.
Well.
It's witchcraft. It's a form of witchcraft, but it's also science too. And you just have to find use in it. The things we're doing right now, you know.
That's my point. Yep. Find the purpose. Make it work.
Yep. Make it work. Absolutely.
But yeah, that movie, check out that movie, you know. That movie, Drug as Weapons Against Us, the CIA War against activists and musicians. Like, they're talking about eugenics, you know. You already know in the hospital they use cocaine, meth, you know, to put you up under sometimes to do surgery. They use all these things, and cocaine is in most of the prescription drugs that they prescribe to our people. That's so hooked on it. Just drugs in general, like how they destroyed our community to keep us down, to always keep us focused on the simple things and not the bigger picture. Your mind is always focused on the simple because we're all high. Everybody's high. You know, it's rare nowadays in 20 to find somebody that is sober. You know,
simple and survival.
No, it ain't. I'm a sober queen over here. No, it ain't.
I know that's right, B.
I dibble and dab in my marijuana. I tell you, like I told you, I need it for my injuries from basketball that I don't go to the hospital for.
Well, that's medicinal. That's a herb, right? Drugs and medicine is two different things, you know?
Absolutely.
But till they make it legalized everywhere, I can't. These people out here lock you up for the simple seed. You know,
wow.
Out in Charlotte?
Nah, I mean, not in Charlotte. Charlotte kind of, they're growing. You go to Texas, they tripping, you know?
Yeah.
Them state, New Mexico trip a little bit, you know? But yeah, what y'all do this weekend, though, for real?
You know what? It's so crazy. I'm going to tell you what I did. I worked my butt off this weekend. I worked hard. I'm doing what I do best on social media, you know, striving to put this information out here about wealth. Anybody want to join our team? But the one thing I did find that was really, I don't know if enlightening is the right word, but I was on this thread with somebody, this guy I know, and we was on the subject of talking about how the Black woman is unprotected. And I was like, ouch. I'm like, you know what? He right. I'm like, man. And me and T.Y. was talking about that earlier. How, you know, and T.Y., come on, help me out, sister. You remember the conversation we was having earlier?
I'm trying to, as you talking about it, I'm
come on, Veronica. Like, telling facts, the Black
woman. It's a very sensitive subject, brother. I don't want to ruffle no feathers, okay? I don't know about you, know, I don't even be ducked head like, is they coming? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now you hear them black boots coming?
It's trying to come for us, sister, because I'm like, I'm more harder than some men out here. I got more heart than some men out here because some of my brothers then became spineless.
And okay, you know what? That hurt to even admit that.
So look, we got to go into the next one that we made. I think our 45 minutes is up. Can you hear me?
No. B, how long you make that link?
3 hours.
Right.
Oh.
You good.
Keep going.
Okay, no, mine's
okay, cool. Okay, well then we'll stop. You click.
No, you good. That was the second one coming after me, like.
Okay. You good?
So, yeah, we good. I gotta check everything out. We good on this end. So let's go back on that. We can build on that because
I wish I could.
That's to me that's very important. That's what that's why I built this platform. I didn't build this platform to be biased, like just to be a male's point of view. I need the woman's. I'm very full circle. I'm very with the pyramid way of life. The pyramid way of life to me is the man, woman, whatever. Woman first. I believe the woman was first because she had to first something to create. So the woman, man.
Dr. Delbert Blair.
You know, regardless of how you feel, that's why I made it into Virgin Mary and all that. And she laid with an angel or God had, you know, laid seed in her. But we're not going to go there. But the Black woman needs to be protected. There's too much stuff going on in this world, from the pandemic, from our Black woman not being able to trust their doctors now, not being able to go grocery shopping for their family because in fear of somebody trying to snatch them up or their kid.
They can bring it. Some Black women ain't playing that. Like, bring it, brother. Come on, bring it. Whoever.
I know, but they still they coming with multiple dudes though. They know a sister don't play, so they ain't gonna play when they come grab up the sister. They ain't gonna play with you. And the fact is, you're still a woman, you know, and they need to be protected. regardless
if
if you're
saying that we got to be out here protecting ourselves. That's what the conversation was. I believe it was on the lines of what happened to, what is it, the rapper lady who got shot or something by a guy.
who?
Megan's, what's her name? The
Oh,
rapper.
you talking about the Megan Stallion situation?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about. Trust me, look, I didn't get that far, and you know, the celebrity stuff.
She got shot.
Huh?
Somebody shot her.
Yeah,
T.Y., you be that out the loop, T.Y.
Listen,
yeah, I'm telling you, I didn't read social media. I was like, who the hell is Megan?
Look, I don't be following this celebrity, whatever they call themselves. I don't follow them people. You know,
don't follow the boule.
Nah, not at all. You know
what happened, Veronica?
It's like,
so go ahead, Queen. You want to go ahead and let the Queen talk?
No, you go ahead, because I'm trying to get some information on this Megan Thee Stallion thing.
Yeah, so what is it? I didn't read the story. I don't know. I just read the content of what somebody had posted. Mm-hmm. So this sister got shot by some brother. I don't know nothing about that. But it was somebody in the comment section dogging her and dragging her through the mud by some type of content, whatever she produced or whatever. They were saying that she deserved what she got, right? Because whatever content she produced. But the brother was like, nah, brother, that's a queen. No matter what she do, ain't nobody had no right to shoot her, right?
Exactly.
And he was saying our queens need to be protected. That's what he was saying. And just because she got whatever she said out her mouth doesn't give nobody the right to shoot her or drag her through the mud. And
so whoever said that was a sucker.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Whoever said that under that Black Queen's page, because right now she's probably still scared. Shut up. Mm-hmm. So we don't know what happened.
Right. So
all we doing is assuming. Anybody that says she's lying, you're a sucker. What she got to lie for?
You know, I find a very
what she got to lie for, and she took the bullet.
Right. So exactly. What resonated with me? What resonated with me was the fact that the brother said, you know what, our queens are the most unprotected women on the planet. And I was like, you know what, you're right, because sometimes I got this feeling like, man, I'm not protected. And it's crazy. I got to protect myself before a brother come and try to protect me. That's really weird. So I was like, it resonated with me to the point, I'm like, damn, we really think of it. We are the most unprotected people on this earth.
And that's by design. That's by design. You know, we all know it's by design, but at the same time, it's like, it's a prevalent behavior or sentiment amongst a lot of the brothers. It's like they have a hatred.
Yes, and that's what the brother was protecting the woman from, this hatred that these other brothers was talking down on her. And no matter what she had done or said.
In my experience, from when I talk to the brothers,
that's a type of brother though. Let's get that right. It ain't all of us, right?
Right.
But I'm gonna say it like this: it goes both ways to me.
That's right.
You're gonna meet some women that seem like they might love men, but they don't. They just, everything out their mouth is bad mouthing a brother.
Look, John, that ain't even no question. You know,
you got it going on in their household. Mothers is doing that where the son is growing up hating himself.
Everything has its opposites. That ain't even no question. You know, it's the black woman and the black man. But
we're hurt. All of us are hurt. If we just can't,
that's why I said
let's put all that bullshit aside that we got about each other. And of course, we know each other's flaws, man.
We have to figure out that we have to be a part of healing each other.
We have to be a part of healing because we already know each other's flaws. We know the black woman gonna tell you what's on her mind. That's why we love y'all. But that don't give you a right to go in her mouth.
I'm gonna say
that don't give her a right to go in his mouth because I know some violent sisters. You know what I mean? They physically violent. You want to fight they, you know, men suffer from domestic violence.
And these women that want an abusive person, you know, so you want to
accustomed to the abuse
because you're accustomed to abuse. Go seek help before you get killed. You know. Playing with these niggas out here.
I'm gonna say
this what I was getting ready to say, right?
Brothers need to chill out and stop being so jealous and envious of your woman, especially when she make more money than you. You need to encourage her. You need to encourage her to keep going and get to the next bag.
But that's the whole thing. They don't realize that's our beginning. You know, that was our humble beginning.
You know, you can't sit
the black
there
woman always was
lean on a woman. You can't sit there and lean on your woman. She taking care of you. Now you want to bring her down and beat her up and take her down mentally where her self-esteem is no good for the next man. You know, you can't do that. It's a lot of abuse that's going on in these homes, you know what I'm saying? With these women picking these ain't shit niggas and these niggas picking these ain't shit women.
Yeah, it's opposites attract, like T.Y. just said. And you know what? One of the biggest things that we suffer from, and it is the condition called self-hatred. We suffer from a raw condition called self-hatred that has not been diagnosed or properly treated.
But it all deals with self.
Right.
If we don't love ourselves as individuals, if you don't love yourself as an individual woman, that man don't love himself as an individual man. I'm talking about loving yourself as far as learning and knowing and unlearning a lot of things that obstruct your ability to exemplify some knowledge of self. You understand what I'm saying? Know your history. I'm talking about like
you gotta own it. You got to own it.
Exactly. And with
own
that,
it.
with that key, that cornerstone, that's what we are missing. We have no culture. We sitting around here consumed in somebody else's culture, trying to be what somebody else told us to be.
That was one of the points I was gonna make. We're in a situation where we being diagnosed by somebody else's prescription, and it's not fitting for us. You feel me? Their depression is not our depression.
That's right.
My thing is we never got the time to heal, man.
We don't even have Veronica.
We got thrown, listen, we got thrown into the fire. We got freed, whatever they call freed. They confused us with what freed was. You didn't give us nothing. You let us go. Didn't give us nothing. Knew we would turn around right back and go to our master.
Veronica, then we just had this conversation
we sitting here playing these games with them instead of trying to heal. We never got the chance to heal. So by the time we got it to where we could work and build our own community, here come the KKK. Want to tear our shit down. Want to blow our shit up. Burn our shit down. The same shit motherfuckers complain about them protesters burning shit down. Man, fuck that. They did it to us. Burn our whole shit down. We don't own nothing.
You got that right.
You could own your house, but if you don't own the land that your house sit on, what are we doing?
But guess what? Property can't own property. How about that? And if they wanted to, they can come. Even if you think you own that land, they can come and declare eminent domain. Say, we need this right here. So actually, you really don't own nothing. You know?
You don't nothing.
Everything belongs to the state.
and until you become 3/5 of a human being in their law book, in their constitution,
your property. Your property.
This is why we was asking, what is Black Lives Matter doing? What are you asking for? We don't want BLM, Black Lives Matter, painted in the street. We don't want statues to come down. We want the Constitution to come down, and let's reset this bitch.
Exactly.
You know? That's what we want. That's what we want. Stop asking for this simple shit. Oh, defund the police. How are we gonna defund the police and murder going up?
You know what I strongly feel like, and I hear everything you're saying, John. But in this point in the game, I'm like, I can't wait on them to change the Constitution.
Facts.
I can't wait to figure out what they're gonna do. I need to bust my move now.
But that's my thing. They've been amending that thing. Why are you amending? To amend means to fix something that was broken, right?
Right.
You gonna keep fixing something that's broken? Why don't we just get rid of it?
Fixing what's broken. See?
Get rid of it. Start from scratch.
You have to define the words that you want. So when we ask for reparation, you just can't say I want reparation because to this week, Asheville, North Carolina, they're passing reparation. They're about to give a reparation something out. But when I read it, it don't have nothing to do with no money. It was talking about better housing opportunity. It was just a bunch of wishful thinking shit. So you have to know what you know. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what you're going up there and asking for. Don't just ask for reparation. Let them know what we want. You make demands.
Listen, I don't know the philosophy of nobody else, but I just feel like whatever you want, you just got to take it.
You got to take it. Make demands.
Or else. Like, what are you asking for? You take it. You ask for breath to breathe. No, you inhale and you breathe, you live.
That's right. Stop begging.
You don't ask for that that's essential for your freaking life. You don't ask for that stuff, you take it.
Well,
if we don't stand up and take it, we gonna be asking for air soon. My boy George Floyd, rest in peace. He was asking for air. He was asking to breathe. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go
they had their foot on his neck.
But he had to ask him to get off. Everybody that was witnessing
trying to get off,
everybody that was around that
so symbolic.
Was asking. They were asking for a man to get up.
You just struck a nerve. That was so symbolic. That don't make no sense. That was very symbolic. That he was asking to breathe, and they had his freaking knee on the man's neck.
And everybody else was asking.
So everybody. Now you don't ask nobody for jack. You put yourself in a position where you won't have to ask.
Facts. Like, you got to take it. Like you said, like I don't have to tell you my life matters. It's common sense. I'm breathing air right now.
Like your life matters. I'm serious. Like, you need to walk around and have your freaking.
So mix me with that.
Your freaking life matters.
Yeah, mix me with that. Thinking I'm not with the cause. I live the cause. I am living the cause. So don't ever tell me I'm not with the cause of Black Lives Matter. I don't have to tell nobody that my lives matter. She don't have to tell nobody her life matters. She's breathing every day, so therefore she matters. So we don't have to do that.
With this Black Lives Matter thing, I'm seeing Candace Owens, her last statement was something about
Is she the Black Lives Movement? What the heck? I'm out the loop.
She's like a spokesperson for them. She's linked with them some kind of way.
He's against the left. He's against the left.
Right. So she has this new.
She's what we call a sellout.
She has this word that she says is Blexit, basically telling Black folks to exit the Democratic Party. Okay, so what? Going from the one wing to the other wing of the same bird, that's gonna help us?
Right.
It's like these people and these, these agendas, these paradoxes. You have to just really be careful. You have to be careful. You have to be studious. You have to be observant. You know what I'm saying? You have to be listening with your entire being. You have to be seeing with your entire being, because before you know it, you'll find yourself in association with people who really don't mean you no good. You know what I'm saying? And I look at people like Candace Owens.
No matter the color, that's what it's proving.
She's a very intelligent sister, but it's like this pawn shit got to stop.
You know what? It was something that said one time, and I was like, Dad, you know what? I like her. And then I saw her, so I was like, wait a minute, sis. I was like, whoa, hold on. What happened to the you? But anyway, I don't too much know about Candace Owens. I know she's outspoken and she says a whole lot of things that make sense. But again, she said a whole lot of things that's kind of contradictory. So I just don't know about this sister. I don't know. I just don't know.
They allow her to do those things.
Yeah, they do, because those are their platforms. She wouldn't be saying all that stuff if they weren't giving her the green light on that stuff,
She like a reporter type thing.
Well, then there it is. That's why I'm so like to the point where like we definitely need the mindset of owning and controlling our own. So,
and with that being said, we need to pick our own leaders. Stop letting them tell us who our leaders are.
I mean, I think we are leaders.
Yeah, we are. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna lead, if the people gonna follow somebody, let the people pick who they decide to follow. Me personally, I don't do leadership or fellowship. I fellowship with you, but fellowship.
What you say is she don't do leadership or fellowship.
But we have to be active so we can make sure that whoever is in charge of picking or pushing somebody in front, that we the people like me, her, and you, we have to find more people like us and have a group that we could be able to.
It is the crazy thing is it is more people like us. It's 1,000 or more people like us.
Scattered about.
Right. It's just that we clash. You know, it's like, I'm dead serious. When we in a conversation, a lot of us don't know how to work together because of this fake ego stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a whole bunch of us that think like this. It's just hard for us to collaborate and come together and work together.
I get it, because I got plenty of that too. You know, they either, you know, you tell them you got this idea, I want you guys to come join me, or they'll go create their own, you know, to compete, or we had a bunch of views on there, you know. I'm like, bro, I don't yeah, you're not doing it like me, you know, and it ain't no competition. I'm not competing. I'm not doing this to compete with anybody. I'm doing it because I know I was sent here to do something. I know I'm a student of Griff. I know this is what my teacher would want me to do, to be able to connect with the people, you know what I'm saying? Connect with our people, still give out the information, you know, be able to connect him with the people, and whoever's for our people, to connect each other with each other without them having to know. You know, we need to know who's the right one for us before they know, so we could protect them, like I'm trying to do for Griff. Like I said, I'm going to put his Cash App up in the group. I would like for people to donate to Professor Griff for his sacrifice that he has done for our people. Some people may not look at it as a sacrifice, but the information that we have about a lot of things, like symbolization, the stuff that y'all finding on the back of the dollar bill, on the $20 bill. Griff was pointing this out a long time ago. He put it in books. You know, Illuminati. Griff was talking about them people a long time ago. You know, and he has got blackballed. You know, you want to defend Kaepernick, let's defend the people who've been blackballed in the industry, and you don't know it. And Professor Griff is one of them. And he doesn't ask for nothing. You know, he doesn't beg for nothing at all. He's a man's man. He's married with a family, and I know he's going through these times of the pandemic because he's not able to do lectures. And
you know, I get it. I respect the fact that people like running and jumping and catching balls and shit. But you know, honestly, and this is my sentiment, I'm speaking for myself. I wouldn't care if I never seen another motherfucker jump, catch a ball, shoot, dunk, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's time for us to really start evolving from all that anyway. We are more than basketball players, baseball players, rappers, singers. And I'm saying singers and rappers too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm going to say,
it wouldn't hurt me not to see none of them.
I agree, but my thing is with this, everybody has a role to play. You remember we talked about this earlier?
Yeah, I get it.
I'm with it too. But some of them brothers is not good at what we do. Some of them brothers, you know, we could take the ones that's good that want to get involved, yeah. But some of these brothers, that's all they know since a child. You feel what I'm saying?
I get that, but you ain't never too old to learn, John. You know what I mean?
Sit them down and teach, but you can't take something away that they love, though. That's all I'm saying.
Love.
No, okay, I'm not saying take it away. I'm just saying, for me personally, because I don't make time to sit down and watch the game, stuff like that. Because in my mind, they're mere distractions. You know what I mean? Go ahead, B.
I want to point out this because me and sis right here, we talk on a daily. I mean, we like back and forth doing our thing or whatever. And for me, and I know she feels like it's the same way, the reason why I don't indulge in those kind of activities, like knowing what's going on with the late celebrities and stuff like that, as I know we're in a freaking war, okay? They have literally waged war on us. Yeah. And while many of us are distracted from the daily, you know, things to keep their mind preoccupied with celebrity stuff, when you should be getting down working on your craft and find out who the heck you, what your purpose is in life. Because you know what we tired of? We're tired of us, everybody not doing what the heck they need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in a straight up ill situation. We got a crazy condition right now. And somebody somewhere dancing, taking
selfies,
so all kind of stupid stuff. And I'm like, look, man, these people crushing us. We under the weight of a whole system. Okay. Right. It's supposed to be crushed. and everybody think it's a game. I'm like, oh no, this is not a game.
Right.
So
And I also
I
look
don't
at
know
it
what's going
too.
on. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, I'm saying my whole thing is why I don't know what's going on with the celebrity status or Megan Stallion or even NickCannon is because I'm focused on something else. I'm striving to recreate myself.
That's exactly why I don't be in tune.
I can fight this war for my children. You feel me? Because I don't want my babies out here being destroyed when this thing's about to go down.
Right.
You know, that's exactly why I'm not in tune with the celebrity stuff, John.
I wasn't going to bring up Meg Thee Stallion. I definitely wasn't going to talk about it with y'all.
I just brought it up because it was a post. I was like, Dad, what's going on?
The NickCannon situation kind of was close to home.
Yeah,
so
I know for you.
With Griff, yeah, so I kind of did that, for Griff, just to back him up. And the whole NickCannon thing, it was a good example set, that we put so much into these celebrities, right? You can even wake them up. Even the ones that's woke still sleep.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? And if we really think about it, the way the whole system of being able to make it in America, people feel like they have to be a celebrity to earn an extra dollar or earn enough to live off of decently. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got people that work so hard at acting, work so hard to be a basketball player because they wanted to build a nice life for themselves, right? So I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm always thinking like, okay, so, the wealth of this country is wrapped up in the celebrities, the political party. Where can we find the wealth and extract it so we can create our own? You know what I'm saying? That's what my man is thinking, like, man, because I'm tired of seeing a freaking celebrities, like, they living it up and everything like that. I'm not trying to be no freaking celebrity. It's somebody out here for that.
A lot of them ain't even living like they saying they living. A lot of them be faking it. You know what I'm saying?
They be rented life.
Exactly. They rent chains to shoot videos, rent cars, and with that being said, it's like, let's just consider basketball. Okay, yeah, they tell you that's like the biggest illusion that they create. Okay, yeah, you work hard, practice hard, you can go into the league. But the average person playing basketball only making $30,000, $40,000 a year, unless you a LeBron James or somebody. Okay, they give you this illusion.
They making money now. They making more than that.
I'm just saying, like the average though. The average.
Yeah, the bench.
The average player.
See, the NBA basketball is different. See, this is the thing about basketball. Basketball has been what you say, dominated by our people, right? The only thing about basketball that's not dominant is the ownership. Owning it. That's the part, like, the players have with the NBA as a whole, with the league, is that it's only one black owner. You done made all these millionaires.
Look across any sport. I don't see many black owners in many sports.
All right, so that's where I can understand their stance as far as that. As far as sports, because to me, even with sports, even with Kaepernick, like when people were attacking Kaepernick, my biggest thing is common sense, right? Kaepernick can't change the laws. The stuff he was kneeling for, he can't change his damn self.
Exactly. I give him credit for even speaking out on the stuff, but it's like,
yeah, he really couldn't do nothing. So while we were sitting here focused on him, he was a distraction.
At the end of the day,
people don't realize that how much he was a distraction, because when you wanted him to speak and talk that ish, like Nick was supposed to speak to the rabbis and talk that same shit. You know how we be like, have that same energy when I see you.
Yep.
That's what they were supposed to do. Have the same energy when I see you. Don't change up. You can point out where you were wrong, but this and this right here is facts.
And you know what?
Right. And that's my stance on it. You're
not a sellout for that. I get it. You had many mouths to feed. What they did was put you as an example for the ones that didn't know what happened to Griff. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what the whole conversation was about, Griff. And him understanding, understanding totally what happened to Griff.
They must have
him interviewing Griff marked him anyway, though. Him having that interview, period, with Griff.
Man, they marked Nick when he went to see Farrakhan. He was at Farrakhan on July. He was marked then.
Yeah.
So now you
I think even Griff? Before that, you know, because Nick had been coming out slowly but surely, you know, making his little statements and stuff. But
he let a check go with the other show that the America's Got Talent. You remember he was the host.
Right, he was the host.
He let that check go because he said they was trying to compromise who he was.
Right.
Something he said that he wouldn't apologize. I know that much.
Yeah, I hope he get it together, man. Send the brother some sentiment, good positive energy. But I still, in my mind, you know, sports is a distraction. Okay, it is. It is. It's just based on what you just said, Veronica. We under attacking. You motherfuckers shooting balls and jumping and running and shit. Like, what the fuck? You know? Shut the clubs down. Turn that music off. Get out of that dance floor.
I agree on that. Them sports, them niggas, man, that's all they get paid to do. You gonna go out there and play. We need something to keep our ass in the house. And I know that's the only way a man.
Look, that's a shame. Look, that's a shame.
I'm just keeping it 100.
It is though. But see, that's why we got to start.
We do have something. That's what I'm saying. As men and women, we have that thing that we all have to relate to each other, right?
Yeah.
This is the male bonding that we have where we can piece it out for a minute and let's chill for. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that bring people together.
I get it, John.
And I'm with you. I
swear I'm an athlete. I played sports all my life. My brothers and sisters. But it's like.
But what we doing though? That's the thing. What are we doing? That's probably what they like. Like they think of Black Lives Matter. See, nobody's educated on them to even know that nothing is getting handled in the end. It's still the politicians politicking. You know, Black Lives Matter is not in the office like Martin Luther King was having meetings with the president. They not that far. All they doing is getting money donated to bail people out and to send plane tickets to people when something happened so they could go protest in that city. That's what they really do with the money.
Man, listen, I'm like this anyway. I follow money. Whoever's funding somebody, that's who that body of people truly represent. And it's like, for years, a number of years, I've been following that bag, following Black Lives Matters bag. And the people that's funding them, man, please, them people need to go sit down somewhere, you know, and let some real people that got some real solutions, you know, come to the table and speak on behalf of the people, man, because this Black Lives Matter, they acting like a bunch of barbarians. You know what I'm saying? And it's like what I do reflect on you. What you do reflect on me. If I do something, it's like all Black people fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they looking at us as a whole based on the actions of these people. Because I'm, like you said the last time, I don't even know what the fuck are they? What? I don't even know.
What's the agenda?
When I think of them, it's like I draw a blank.
What's the agenda? And not only, I don't want to keep shitting on them, but I just feel like they be in the way for the real scholars that can actually have a conversation with who's ever in charge.
And that's my point. Let people who really profess in coming up with sound solutions and that know, you know what I'm saying, they got the knowledge and the history on this thing. Let these people come together. You know what I'm saying? Let our scholars come together and come up with sound solutions. You know, Dr. Claude Anderson, for one, that's my dude. Anybody y'all can put around him and build with that brother, that's my choice right there. That's my number one choice.
Well, my two choices is number one, you know, Griff. And I gotta have, like I told you, balance. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson.
Yeah, dope.
my two balance for you to even just start with Griff, because Griff gonna
Okay,
break.
well, let me give you my other balance then to balance mine out. I will say Dr. Joy DeGruy.
Okay.
I love her.
Yeah. She's a strong sister. Oh yeah, we need that. You know who else we need back? What's that sister? Dang.
How she look?
Sister Soldier.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
that ain't even a question.
we just need her presence felt. We just need her to just come talk.
Yeah.
For real, like these are the people. These are the people I would love to be. You know, when we say Black Lives Matter, I would love to see them in charge. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's what would give me comfort. But I don't know the people that are in charge of this group. I'm not familiar with them. I can't get familiar with them. You know, I don't know their background. I could go look it up, but I shouldn't have to. If I'm a Black person, I should know exactly who's in charge of somebody trying to represent my culture.
That was my point in the beginning, John. Like, we should be able to pick if we want to lead. And like you said, we all have the capacity to lead. We all are leaders. You know what I mean?
Right. You know,
if we decided we wanted somebody to represent us, it should be our choice. Nobody should be telling us this your leader.
Right.
Well, I think on that note, I believe that whatever the vibration is that these people are riding with, that's who they're attracting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I know Dr. Dr. Cress, I can't mess up her name.
Wilson.
She's not here with us right now, right? But I rock out what I can vibrate with her knowledge and understanding, so I can bring something to the table that represents her, me here, flush. You feel me? So that's why I feel like when it comes to leadership, I think we demonstrate or we walk with that essence of our ancestors. We illuminate the room with that energy. Now, that's why we don't rock out with Black Lives Matter. We're like, wait, we don't understand that energy. We're like, we don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Because we know our ancestors.
Right.
We're in tune with ourselves, and that's all. Like, Dr. Khalid Muhammad wouldn't love me. He would. I already know what he'd say if he saw me out there with them. See, this is the people I was raised up on, who I looked up to, who brought me into the knowledge of being proud to be proud. Khalid Muhammad was the blackest of the blackest. Farrakhan, you know, I can keep naming them. The scholars, you know, Dr. Ben, he was the blackest of the blackest, you know, but he was teaching, and I could connect with him. If I don't have no connection with you, energy-wise, I'm not messing with you. I can't march. I can't do. Right.
So I strongly feel like, I mean, when it comes to us trying to figure out what's going on with them, we pretty much already know everything inside of us already know, like, man, they vibe to another tune, stay the heck away from that situation.
Right.
Build on what our ancestors has taught us, because when I think about Frances Cress Wellington, I think about, man, I gotta really walk on this woman's shoulders and demonstrate what she left us.
Right.
You know, so we should always be in a situation we're growing, and our illumination should attract other people to come join on to what we have. So, you know, like, really worrying about what they got, forget that. I'm like, forget that. We need to be concentrate on building. We need to just stay focused and concentrate on going up, building
generational wealth. Generational wealth. Y'all need to promote y'all tag. Put that out there so they'll know.
Ahead, let's see. I would say follow me, Veronica Coney, on Facebook, TY Eco on Facebook, and then we got Wage on Instagram, Wage Financial on Instagram.
It's the wealth redistribution revolution, baby.
Oh yeah, the redistribution revolution is happening now.
That's right. So get in tune, son, people. You know what I mean? Right. We can talk about all the beautiful things that we want to do, but if we ain't got no bread, you know, we ain't gonna be able to do much. I mean, capitalism is an ugly system, but unfortunately, this is the system that this nation operates and demonstrates through. So we just got to get in the game, and it ain't like it. Whatever game we get in, we take over anyway. So, and it's ours. It's our money.
Right.
Get it.
Right. Give them your stamp, TY.
TY space ECOLE on Facebook, And Soul Deep, that's SOULD33P on all other social media platforms and Facebook as well. So, man, it's always a pleasure building with the brother John, man. We're going to build more, though.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be some regulars on the show. This is the Spark the Convo podcast, episode 6. Theme is Own It. You got to own it, Nick. If you say it, own it, bro. Have the same energy. Don't apologize. Tell them what you meant. Show them what you was trying to show Griff. You was trying to show them their compassion is not the same as our compassion. This is facts. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we wouldn't be running around this damn country talking about Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
So this is another episode. I want to thank my guests, Veronica and TYE. They will be back on. So this will be our first visual, so you get to see what I look like. Right. I'm in Charlotte right now. Veronica's in Chicago. TY's in LA. I wanted to see Hank to talk about his boy, but
hey, look, Hank got in his feelings when you started talking about Kanye.
No, that's what one of the listeners said. One of the listeners said they was into it until me and him sound like me and him were arguing. I was like, we weren't arguing. I was just, like I said, I was just trying to show him Kanye's resume. Like the time I don't want to bash none of my brothers. I'm not gonna bash. I'm not using this platform. This platform is used for unity. I'm not gonna bash NickCannon. I may be mad at him or upset with him. I just know how far I could deal with him if it ever came to us being side by side going against them. So I know where I need to place him. He can't be in the front line with us. You know, He would have to be in the background using his money to prove himself to us now. Because you went over there, I don't know what they told you. They could put you up under one.
This is what I'm saying. I'm scared for him now. Now he gonna be like a little puppet.
Like a drone, like Kanye.
I'm scared. I'm so scared for him now. Like, oh man, Nick, you would have did better just keeping quiet. Why you throw yourself under the mercy of them people like that? They have no mercy. You throw yourself up under some merciless people.
And then you commit to something you don't want to do. You don't want to sit there and go through them telling you. It's reprogramming you, Nick. They're about to reprogram you back to the sleep. You about to fall back to sleep, Nick.
Yep.
I don't think like once a person's woke, they can go back to sleep. I definitely don't think you can do that.
You know what?
Then you might as well listen.
You
know what happened?
Back to sleep.
But you know what happened to those people? We have plenty of examples. We have Michael Jackson. We have Prince. So yes, we need to pray for our brother Nick. We need to watch him.
Yeah.
Watch how he moves just to make sure he ain't up under no spells. But a spell, they could just snap a finger and you be under that.
Exactly.
Once they send him back out to us, he's gonna be his normal self until whatever that's triggered him to go back under.
That's right.
See, that's what MK Ultra was about. That's what MK Ultra is about in that movie. Y'all go check out that movie again. I'm gonna promote this movie one more time because that's what that was talking about. How they use the drugs to hypnotize the president and all types of stuff.
Real talk.
I just believe this president ain't going for it. Agent Orange ain't going for it. You can't put him on.
He ain't. You know what though? People talking crazy about Agent Orange, but Agent Orange is waging a war on these people stealing these children. And
that's important. Now, hey. See, I got to be careful because I have friends. I'm not trying to lose friends. Everybody know my stance as far as voting, period. I don't. Right. If y'all want to know, I don't vote. I voted for Obama, and Obama didn't use my vote to my liking. So, therefore, it could confirm what I always thought about the voting thing. But if he's going after them people, and I know y'all got them old pictures of him being with Epstein. He probably didn't know that's what the damn nigga was doing. He was just chilling with the rich people. That's how they all get there. Just like you see old pictures of Mike Tyson hugging on Donald Trump because that's somebody who invested in Mike Tyson's career. So, of course, if you help me get on, I'm going to show loyalty to you. That's what Mike Tyson, them old pictures is. See, our people like to sell narratives. We quick want to take somebody down off their pedestal. instead of just pushing them further and further and see how long you got a hold of them, so we can learn when do these people go crazy to where they're no good to our people no more. Because it's a time they go crazy.
And that's my thing, you know, I don't draw off politics, and, you know, I'm like, you know, it is what it is, man. The voting, I study the political system and the whole voting aspect anyway, but, you know, not to I just said that to say, you know, I follow, you know them by the fruit they bear.
Right.
I judge people based on their actions, not what's coming out their mouth, not them beautiful speeches. Follow their track record. And, you know, I've been just observing him, you know, and the man is really bringing a lot of stuff to the forefront. He's busting a lot of pimples, so to speak. And it's like, I'm looking at this whole Hollywood situation, you know what I'm saying? With Hollywood being shut down and the reasons behind all that, you know what I mean? And to find out that all this is due to the children being, you know, coming up missing, it's like, it only leaves one to ponder. Like, okay, they getting down on this man so hard. This they got though, right? Mm-hmm. Quote unquote. They getting down on him super hard. I mean, anybody with a mind's eye that's open can see. You know what I mean? It's like the man is really he's waging a war on. It's like basically Satan casting out Satan right now.
Right, like
put it to you like that. You know,
who the best Satan? Like, come on, man! Like
right.
Trump, y'all was messing with the babies. The babies, y'all with that far?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Exactly.
You know, that was Trump on, but like, or it's just getting too close for comfort.
Mm-hmm.
We could also, because I'm not gonna let him off the hot seat like that. But if he's going after it, I get it. It could also be a cover-up on his own ass. It's just too close to comfort. He has to make sure the right information comes out about the left and not always about the right. When the whole party, the whole situation is found. All of that is involved with this change. But he's the brand new head in this circle. See what I'm saying? He's not a politician.
Exactly.
So he's learning a lot of stuff that he probably was involved with that he didn't know he was involved with. See, people want to say he's just evil. I say no, he's being the entertainer that he was, that y'all voted him to be. The asshole. His show, he was the asshole. So why would he change that? When you love to see this asshole. That's who he had the number one.
And that's who they elected. He ran on the ticket of being an asshole.
So why would he stop now and it work?
Exactly.
So I tell people to stop going for who he is. Your hate is blinding you for the things and the messages that he's giving you.
Not just who he is, but who they telling you he is, though.
He's giving you the information in nigga time. Like, he ain't giving you talking in politician codes. He be struggling trying to use the code words and the code language because he'll have to go back and reread whatever he wants to.
Yep. But
to make sure that he got it across. So he know, whenever he rereads something, this was an agenda that he really had to focus on. This is why he reroutes and goes back to he reading the script.
Man, it's a messy situation, man.
But like I said, it's both for evils, two evils fighting each other. What we got to do is worry about us and how we going to organize, because they're going to come for us. They're going to come for them damn guns. That's why they're allowing you. They're bullshitting like they're going to pull the money from the police, and the police is going to sit there bullshitting, acting like they quit. And no, they're going to allow you to hang yourself. So when they come in for them guns and disarm everybody, and you got to know, they're talking about the rednecks too. The rednecks in the mountains, they about to give up their guns easy. They're going to go.
No, they're not.
They're going to go to war too. So it's really, like you said, a capital thing. It's about what Farrakhan said, the useless eaters. We are in the category of useless eaters. They look at it as that.
What they call a surplus population.
Right. So pay attention, man. Watch your babies. Yep. Like I'm mad right now because my daughter ain't where she's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But just watch your babies. Trust me, I did a detective spy. See, I come in town, I want to see my kids, you know, so I know where they at. One at a friend house, so you know I had to go search where my child at.
Right.
You know, but know where your kids at. That's something my barber tell me. You know, things that are going on right now. Things that's going on right now in the world is people not knowing where their kids at. These 14-year-olds and these babies getting killed, babies having babies. They out there at a barbecue with a 1-year-old. You know, anything could pop off. People at a protest with their babies. Come on, y'all. You're putting your future in harm's way.
I'm looking like, man, people don't know where their babies at. Like, what the heck? What are you doing?
No, they don't. These children, most of them raising themselves, man.
Veronica, you'd be amazed.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
But it's designed that way, you know, because if say the pandemic wasn't happening, 9 times out of 10, a household, whoever the head of the household is at work for multiple hours. If she has kids or he has kids, if it's a single home, them kids raise themselves because I have to work to take care of all of them.
Yep.
And you know one thing, and this is what I was gonna say when you was earlier when you was talking, I had a thought. I was thinking about the only way we're gonna resolve our issues is through love. We got to learn how to love each other. We got to learn. And love that's out here is very distorted, very unrecognizable. So we definitely got to learn how to love again on a whole different level. Like I know we got some sisters and brothers out here that's probably extremely damaged psychologically when it comes to the hatred, the envy, the strife, and all these mixed up emotions, right? But those of us that know better, we got to love them through that condition. You get what that makes sense?
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a lot of love and patience
a lot of
to get us
patience
up out this jam, man.
Self-awareness.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to love people more than they love themselves right about now.
Absolutely. That's my point exactly.
Love is the order of the day.
You gotta show them something better that they don't see.
Right. And it doesn't mean
within themselves though, you know.
You say what?
Like within themselves, like the thing that's missing in our community is complimenting one another.
Yeah.
That's something so simple. You don't even got to know some person just to give them a compliment.
To make a person feel good on the inside. And two, what I could take from what I have learned from my ancestors through my Dr. Amos Wilson and, you know, Dr. Francis West Wellney and all the ones that I read about. And this is what I'm saying, when we put that in ourselves and we exhibit that illumination, that's what gives us a strength to love the unlovable. You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
We understand the condition. We understand that, man, look, we in a dire condition. I need to be in a position to love you unconditionally, you know, and it does not make me weak and it does not make me vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we could go as deep as to say, until we love each other, like what you were saying, once we love each other, that illumination of that energy of us loving each other, talking about our culture, the earth would get back on track.
Yeah.
The earth is off track, off course right now because we off course.
Because we are. Because we are the earth.
I want to say
we are the universe.
And we always saying we think we got to wake up this one, we got to wake people up. Sometimes that's you losing more energy trying to wake somebody else up when you just demonstrate. You just demonstrate what you have and love that person.
That's right. Let your light shine.
Yeah, let your light
shine.
See the
change you want to see.
That's I don't have time to be waking folks up, you know. I thank goodness that Professor Griff, and I'm going to tell you something. The reason why I woke up under Professor Griff, because I understood his language.
That's right.
I understood the way he was talking to me. I was like, oh, Dad, this is what this is? Okay. See, I was born in 76, so I came up listening to his music. So when I heard him talking, I could identify his language. He was not talking a foreign language. Right. So I was able to, okay, this is what this is. All right, so I got to dig in deep like, dag. This is what happened to us too, like, dag, you know? Like, man, they did a number on us. Trying to get this stuff
right. For everybody, again, we're going to honor our teachers and our elders that are still with us. We need to show appreciation to them now before they leave us. I hate I wasn't able to say thank you to Dr. Francis Cress Wilson.
Yeah, me too.
To say thank you to Claude. You know, Dr. Ben, all our ancestors that passed on, to Tupac, I hate that I wasn't able to just have a conversation, but I'm here and able to have a conversation with Griff. All of you are. He gives his real phone number out. So if you got any type of questions or disgrunt or debate with Griff, he gives his own number out. It's up to you to call and be brave enough to say what you got to say. Have the same energy when he see you. But I want to show gratitude to this brother because he gave us everything. He sacrificed everything. And I feel we should show appreciation and give back to him. I'm not giving an amount. I just want to show appreciation. You know, he hasn't, like I said, he's been blackballed out the industry. And what he do is travel, giving the information. People pay to see Griff to do lectures for them to get the information. And he doesn't charge you high. He doesn't do none of that. He works with you. So let's just bless him. It's a blessing. It's like you bless the church. You know, you get that tithe. You ain't going to church right now. So give your tithe to somebody you can bless that really benefited your life. That really benefited your life. One of our elders, a teacher, a leader. You know, so and like how we said the women need protection. He's teaching women martial arts in Atlanta. You know, he does that. These are the things this brother has done and sacrificed to do to bring what is right for our people and our culture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put his Cash App up in our group, the STC podcast group on Facebook. Please join. We're at I think we need about 9 more before we reach 100 at the end of the month. We're trying to reach 100 before the end of the month. I'm going to put his Cash App up with a picture and with a message of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. It would be on my Facebook page and my group page. And I might put it up on the podcast page. That'll be too good too. YouTube, when I put this Zoom on YouTube, I'm going to put it up. But yeah, we just got to show gratitude, man, because it's about to be hard for him now that Nick done folded, right? Ain't nobody going to want to mess with Griff, you know? And that's the thing, because nobody want to lose a check. I'm not afraid to lose a check. I told that brother I stand with him, and I'm always be on him. I'm not famous, so I'm not afraid.
And that's the thing. You don't have anything like myself. I ain't under nobody's yoke.
Right.
But I don't owe nobody no allegiance, no 4-wire organizations. So I can say what I want to say. Right. But still, there's a great responsibility that comes with that as well. You know what I mean? And I try to exercise that. But at the same time, it's like when it need to be said, it need to be said. And somebody got to have courage enough to say it. So with that being said, I mean, I really, you correct. We need to start sacrificing for those who sacrifice for us. Right?
Right. And the only reason why I said that is, again, we need to stop complaining about the oppressors and our foes, our enemy, our open enemy. We need to stop pointing out and being shocked when they start a GoFundMe for one of theirs. Is that the line there? That's the side they're on. At least they're revealing that's who they're with. But if they start a GoFundMe for theirs, why we're not taking notes and doing the same thing for ours to let them know we're going to ride just the same for ours, regardless of what they did. If we feel that it's presentable for him to still be out here, we're going to go get him out of prison. We're going to get him out of jail. Or we're going to keep our people that's telling the truth that you don't want to be on YouTube, like Farrakhan, that kicked him off social media. We're going to let you know. We're going to sign a petition. We're going to send money his way.
And I'm so glad. Let me tell you something about Farrakhan. They kicked his last thing he did on July 4th off of social media, but I'm so glad he got his own platform. You can go right to his website and check it out.
Go to his website.
And I was like, bam, that's why I had to look at it.
Nick should have had, instead of just doing it on YouTube, he could have had it on his own platform.
It's on his own platform. That's why I'm like, dang, I was able to check it out there.
Because he could have sold Wildin' Out from his platform. Now they on social media just pumping out Wildin' Out film. I don't know who runs the social media for Wildin' Out. I thought Nick people did, but they're just pumping it out for free now. Just pumping it out. It ain't on TV.
This is the test of time because now you can figure out, and like I say, I don't get into the celebrity business and all this because I don't know nothing about that stuff. But this is the time for him to really show his talent and really recreate himself and kind of branch out from that situation.
Nah, it's not gonna be that simple now. It's not simple no more.
Nah, he's gonna have to pass it.
His own natural talent.
He's gonna have to pass it on. They're
Look,
gonna make him work
he
hard.
Sat down with the rabbi now. That's big stuff. Okay.
Wow. I don't know nothing about that.
Into a deeper hole.
No,
I don't know nothing about that.
He basically said this. The information I got, I was misinformed. So who misinformed you, Griff? Nick, right. You took African studies, Nick.
Right.
Got a master's in it, Nick.
He was misinformed. Right. Yeah, right.
So who you talking about, Griff? You're not talking about Professor Griff because Griff was just giving you his experience. Then asked you for help. See, I already knew what Griff was doing. He wanted to make sure you knew the info and you weren't just pump faking.
I think he was. When Griff proved he was pump faking. Because for him to concede so early in the game, it's like...
Too early.
72 hours of pressure. Damn, you can't take it.
I'm just waiting for that brother that's like me and Griff to stand up.
You are that brother, John.
I know, but we need somebody for these youth to look at. Like, I'm one of them.
That's you.
I'm one of them.
And that's one of the things I really truly believe that we are the people that we're waiting on.
Right.
We are the people that we've been waiting on. I'm waiting on sister to do that. No, that's you. You do that. That's your job.
That's right. Rick put his work in. Gone, run that baton.
Right.
That baton got a
marathon, like Nipsey said.
It is a marathon.
So
yeah, like
go ahead.
I'm saying that's one of the things that I deeply feel really deeply and compassionate about. When we say we wait on such to do this, that's you is supposed to do that. Yeah. That's your job. I think somewhere it says many are called, but few are chosen. We really look into that. I think all are called, all are chosen. You just got to answer that call. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be the one to do that thing. Because it's work for everybody to get. It's enough work for everybody to step into themselves to correct this situation.
Some devotion of purpose,
Yeah, we all got purpose. It's a lot of things that rub us the wrong way. For me, it's a financial situation. I'm really passionate about. I'm like, I don't want to be sitting in lack. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand lack. So that's why I got put on this earth to correct that situation for my family. It might be some people want to break the generational curse, or maybe some pedophilial problem, molestation in their family. Somebody got that issue. Everybody got to take up an issue and correct that situation.
Yeah, that's real.
Time to start healing and own it.
Yeah.
We in them times right now. We need to know you with us or if you ain't. And with that said,
it said to you got to choose a side and get on the right side of righteousness.
Facts. And with that said, this is episode 6. Own It. Spark the Convo podcast. Get used to seeing these women. I mess with them. I love y'all, man.
All right. Go ahead and sign out.
Griff information I will put up in the group, and it will be on my page. It'll probably be in my story. Definitely donate. I will have a message and a picture. You'll see it's going to be another picture of Griff. I'm going to post. I'm going to pick one. It'll probably be the one with the red beret. But
let me just say, I'm one of Professor Griff's biggest fan, and I know he's married, and that's not this, but I love Griff.
No, that's fam. You good.
Oh, that's right.
Long in this circle with me, that's family. Like, we eat good. That's all family. Like, Soleil, shout out to Soleil. Shout out to their beautiful daughters. That kingdom that they have over there, we're going to protect them. And I want to say happy anniversary to Kendall and Fantasia, the Taylor family. They've been showing Black excellence. They continue to show Black excellence with a strong, family, that Black love that you said we need to project on each other every day is the love. And I just tell people to find them people that set the example of love and live with that every day. Live with that positivity, energy that they give you and give it to somebody else. With that said, we out.
You the host, brother. Peace.
I know. I'm about to end it.
I'm like, doing my little fist piece.
That's right.